So I found this stranger outside and invited him to do a Lego building challenge. Now he's in my house. He came up with an idea to ask AI to give us an object or location that we have to build out of Lego, and we had to build it in a certain time limit up to an hour that the AI once again generated. And we will be building 3 different builds, and all of you will be able to vote for the winner either in the comments or in the community polls. So let's start the challenge. Alright, so now let's see what we will have to build for the first challenge. An ancient lighthouse on a cliffside. Sounds very interesting. Hopefully we will get a decent amount of time. Minutes and 38 seconds. Not a lot of time if I would say so myself. So I made a mistake. Even though I have been making YouTube videos for 5 years, I still managed to mess up a camera angle, and so I wasn't able to properly record the time-lapse. But at least the random person is a better camera operator than me, and his time-lapse was filmed exceptionally well. Alright, so now let's take a look at both of our builds that we made for the ancient lighthouse on a cliffside. So let's start off by interviewing the stranger danger.
So what do we have here? We have an ancient lighthouse on a cliffside. Very interesting. So at first I really focused way more on the cliffside, and in the end I really had to speedrun the lighthouse, and it kind of went wrong. So at first I really tried on the bottom to make it more ancient, but like I said, I really had a time crunch and had to make it a little bit more modern at the top. And what I hate about this is that it is kind of uneven at the top of the roof, but I really like the top video of it because it looks really nice.
Alright, so now let's talk about my lighthouse. So once again, just like for the stranger's lighthouse, I spent most of the time building the cliffside, which wasn't maybe the smartest thing. But honestly, I really like how the cliffside turned out. As you can see, these plant pieces are supposed to be small palm trees with coconuts hanging down. I also tried to incorporate a waterfall on one side, which I think turned out very nice. There obviously isn't anything at the back because I was running out of time, and the top of the platform isn't actually connected, and as you can see there's nothing on it because probably in like the last minute of a challenge I had only built the lighthouse, but thankfully I did have enough time to build the actual lighthouse. But yeah, there isn't anything surrounding the lighthouse, but even then I think it still turned out pretty great. Alright, so now let's see what we will have to build for our second challenge. A hidden underground cavern. Very intriguing. Now let's see how much time we get. 33 minutes and 12 seconds. Quite a decent amount of time. Alright, so now let's talk about the second build, and so I am going to start first. Alright, so for my underground hidden cavern, I spent most of the time building the front rock wall, which I think turned out pretty nice. There isn't any rock wall around the rest of the build because I did spend, unfortunately, a lot of the time building the freestyle base for the mock. But at the back, once again, it is pretty empty except for this one hidden blue gem. So if anybody finds this hidden cavern, well, they will be in for some luck. And I was in quite a big rush when making this build. And as you can see, in like the last minutes of the challenge, I just scattered some plants at the top of the build, which, don't look great, but at least they just add some more, I guess, color as well as texture.
So what do we have here? A hidden underground cave? Okay, alright. So what I tried to do first was like a mineshaft entrance, which goes through, then it becomes like more of a temple, just without any roof. And if you look a little to the left, you see that there's some kind of lava. And at the front there's some water, so it came out as obsidian. And then if you go a little bit back to the front and then go to the left, you'll see just like a small hole with hidden gems on it. I really worked hard on this one and it came out really well, by my opinion. Please vote for me, guys.
Alright, now let's see what build we will have to build for final challenge. A rusted key with intricate engravings. How exciting. I want the key! Huh? Key! Hopefully we will get a decent amount of time. 45 minutes and 9 seconds. I think that is going to be more than enough. Finally, we are now going to talk about the last round, and we are once again going to start from the stranger.
So let's see, what do we have? We got a rusted key with ancient engravings. Okay. So what I started to do at the base of the key was kind of make a sun that goes in a clockwise pattern with some ultraviolet on the left and right. And on the right side of the key, I tried to make some patterns that would keep repeating itself with the cyan and the white and the purple. Or pink, sorry guys. And then just at the top and the bottom of the key, there's a little bit more of patterns and a little bit red to make the sun a little bit hotter.
I want keys!
Alright, and so for the last build, the rusted key with intricate engravings, I was heavily inspired with this build by the original Lego key mold, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. The gray is meant to represent the regular key metal, and of course there is some beautiful gold on the key, and then the regular brown, dark brown, as well as dark tan is meant to represent the rust that has, rusted the key, I guess I could say. But I mean, yeah, I really like how this turned out, and I also really like how you can actually comfortably hold the key without it falling apart, which I think is a very nice feature. So yeah, I'm really proud with how this build turned out. But I mean, yeah, everybody, this is going to be them for this video. I had a lot of fun doing this challenge, and if any of you have a lot of Lego and you don't know what to do with it, well, I would recommend doing something similar with a few friends, because it is a very fun and competitive, though kind of stressful way to spend your time. The reason it is stressful is just because of a time limit, but that is what makes the challenge even more fun. And once again, do vote for your favorite builds either in the comments or in the community polls. So thank you so much for watching. Do please comment if you want to see a second part. And I mean, yeah, Brixodom out. Goodbye.